Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are going to be talking about what dopamine fasting means and how it can help us help our brain to calm down. Feel free to text your questions to Dr. Justine at 647-987-9355. Dr. Justine is here with us today. She's our leader here at Justine Blainey Wellness Center, and she is our primary chiropractor, a mother, a wife, a warrior for health and wellness. She's very active in the community, and she genuinely believes everyone deserves a healthcare team that focuses on prevention, optimal health, and open communication. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everyone. This is such a cool topic. We've never done this one before, but I want you to know that we are doing a digestive series here on irritable bowel, managing cravings, why our body has cravings. And then managing fear. So today we're focusing on dopamine, and that's like when we want that rush, right? Like everybody, whether you're bored or you're tired, you're looking for that quick rush. So that's the focus of today. How do you manage that and manage to calm it down, do this dopamine fasting? But stay tuned with all of our talks. Please share them with others as we want to provide more and more information. So today's information comes from the Daily Motivational. I love getting those videos, those little emails on a regular basis because definitely on a regular basis need to fill our tank with positive information and turn off the negative Nelly, the news, the radio. So we're filling up with good stuff. So what happens with this serotonin, dopamine, is we get this little rush, this little boost of energy, every time we get a hit. So then we get addicted to wanting more and more hits. And so, how do we control that? That's the focus of the 3 steps today. So, a dopamine detox. This was started by Dr. Cameron Sipa. She invented it, and again, you can see this information came from the Daily Motivational. It is a stimulus or a technique based on reducing stimuli dependence, and that's based on cognitive behavior therapy. So, whoa, the slides went all over there. CBT. That's what it was based on, and our goal of her work is a dopamine detox to help manage addictions. So, I mean, a lot of it is abstaining from pleasure, and then that makes that pleasure that much better. But many of us just find abstaining so difficult because we're used to quick hits. You think about Facebook, you're looking for those likes, we're looking for that connection, we're looking for that quick feel good from chocolate, even though you might feel crappy afterwards. Um, and a lot of times, people know that one of the side effects of dopamine fasting, a good side effect, is feeling more balanced. So instead of this yo yo, up and down, up and down, up and down of moods of energy, our goal is to create more like waves of energy, of course, or not just a straight line, but waves of energy. We're going to have some good, some bad days, but it's not such a yo yo up and down. So, when if this is not a medical approach, if you are dealing with a serious addiction like alcoholism, definitely seek professional help. This is designed to help the majority of us who have these addictions that are not medically uh, severe, but are still affecting our daily life. So, some of the common behaviors that we need to, and addictions that we might have, is gaming or excessive internet use. You just can't wait home to get on that game. Can't We'll try and skip a meal or delay a meal or eat an unhealthy meal in order to get on our device. Can't wait to connect on our device with somebody else because that's our way of connection rather than getting face to face. Trying to get ahead and get different levels ahead versus reading, picking up a book, gardening, getting out to exercise, playing a sport. Many of these phone apps are addictive. I know one of my areas is I hate the little red dot, for emails, for texts. As soon as I have that red dot, I want to get rid of it. So for me, it's very important that I put my phone away. It's off my body. So I will make sure that I'll check my emails in the morning, typically around 5 a.m. I will check them at lunch around 12, and I will check them at the end of my day around 9 p.m. So I have 3 set times to check my phone. If there's an emergency in between, they can call the office. So my goal is to make sure that I'm limiting my phone time, because I know that I can get addicted to checking those little red dots, and none of it really needs to be done immediately. There are different drugs, alcohol, foods, activities that we can get addicted to, so that that's all we think about. One of the biggest ones is the sugar rush. Can't wait to have that candy bar, can't wait to have that candy, hard candy. So we need to be able to look for ways to switch that, and to a piece of gum, for example, or to some fruit. Um, to plan our activities and our meals so that the sugar rush isn't there. We're not having the highs and lows of that um, glycogen and those energy lows. So we're looking for quick fix. We can see this because we might hide food, have food that we're eating while we're watching TV, or food while um, we're doing other activities, rather than just having opportunity to eat and eat slowly. So, some of this is backed by science, but the science is mixed. So, we do recommend talking to your naturopath, talking to a counselor about different addictions. But one of the things is that many of us have addictions we don't even know we have, and that can be to the social media. And right now, that's so negative all the time. So that can be affecting our moods, and we don't realize how that affects how we interact with others, especially our family. One of the best ways is just to ask your family if they think you're addicted to something, and what they think uh, you could be avoiding from getting that dopamine rush, that quick fix. We do know that a lot of the research says that having detoxes, just a way to get away, makes a big difference. Getting away for the weekend without your phone, getting away for the weekend without any social media, getting away for the weekend for more exercise, a detox weekend. Even if you're having a staycation, to choose that weekend to be just a fruit and vegetable weekend, and you're close to your own home toilet, just to clean out those pipes. But the goal of a dopamine detox is to calm that body down, to get rid of these super receptors and change these neural pathways so that we create more healthier pathways. So the number one step of our 3 steps for the dopamine fasting is to determine which first step is determine which of the behaviors you want to stop. I know my own kids said, just get off learning about COVID. It's not changing your day to day. So finding out what we need to stay away from. Many times it is making sure you aren't watching the news, or you have a set time in the middle of the day, not at the beginning of the day that's going to affect your mood for the day, and not the end of the day that's going to affect your going to sleep. We want to look for a behavior that's affecting our ability to enjoy our exercise, enjoy our friends, enjoy our families, something that's affecting our ability to be our best, whether it's smoking, or it's candy bars, or it's stopping at Tim Hortons for a coffee, on a regular basis, instead of putting that money in a jar and making your own coffee at home. Um, but we want to figure out what is the behavior we want to stop. And the second step is realizing that we might need to start slow. Sometimes going cold turkey just isn't the way for you. I know for me, I used to be a diet cokeaholic. Like, it was when I was playing hockey a lot, studying a lot. I didn't drink coffee, so it was easily getting to the point of 3, sometimes 5 diet cokes a day. Completely unhealthy, with especially with all of the aspartame, fake sugars, and so I was addicted to getting that part of me is that energy, because it would keep me awake to study. So for me, the best way was just to go cold turkey. But that's not the way for most ways to dopamine fast. I know when I started to look at things like peanut butter, I needed to go slower. There's one of the areas that I knew that I was just having too frequently. So I could make a rule to say, go slower, just have it on the weekends. Now, you know what, just only on Sundays, right? So that you're eliminating that food that you just love too much or having too frequently. At one point, I was having protein bars. I was making my own protein bars was super healthy, but then just eating too many of them, and even too much of a good thing is unhealthy and still unwanted calories. Another one is late night eating. I know for myself, I come home late from work, typically 9:30, um, and so then I'm hungry right before bed, and I needed to slowly, well, first change what I was eating before I went to bed, and then learn to get home to brush my teeth as quickly as possible as soon as I came in the door, because somehow when I brushed my teeth, I made better choices after that. So looking at whatever that choice is. So for example, with your phone, maybe that you're setting set times to look at your phone, and then set times limiting. So you have a timer for how long you're going to spend on social media, how long you're going to spend on Facebook, or on how long you're going to spend time scrolling Instagram or Snapchats. You're going to set a time so that it's not interfering with other parts of your life. And the third step is that making a plan. So maybe you're setting timer, maybe you're setting a set day of the week, your cheat day of the week on Saturdays. So no chocolate bars or no candy, no unhealthy foods Monday through Friday. Or and then Saturday, Sunday, you don't monitor it as frequently, but creating a plan for yourself to deal with that dopamine fasting will help us reach our goal and execute our goal. So one of the sayings is, short is the joy that guilty pleasure brings. So a lot of times we have that food, we have that whatever craving it is, and that energy, that good feeling doesn't last anyway. So we want to make sure we choose our pleasures wisely. And the number one pleasure is time with family, time with faith. Those are the most important areas, and time focus on our overall health, because we need to remember we always have a choice, and the choices that we make affect not only today but tomorrow and our future days. So how does chiropractic help? Well, the reality is we make poor choices. We go for those dopamine rushes when we're feeling stressed, right? When we're not feeling connected. So chiropractic helps you feel better connected, helps increase your energy, increase your function, and reduce stress. We do that by finding, locating, and removing subluxations, areas of pressure on your nervous system, so your overall nervous system can function better. In our bodies, we have something called our parasympathetic system and our sympathetic nervous system. Our sympathetic system is wants that, that rush, that dopamine rush, that fight or flight response. We want that adrenaline stress part. But that actually can lead to many, many symptoms of overload. Our parasympathetic system is the rest and digest system. That's the brake pedal saying, "Ooh, slow it down." And ideally, we are going to be on that teeter totter between the parasympathetic and sympathetic system. But our goal is to have as gentle waves of that teeter totter versus sharp up and downs. And the more we can control those dopamine rushes, and if we're going to have dopamine rushes, have set times. For example, when you're playing a sport, you're playing tennis, playing soccer, playing hockey, playing lacrosse, golfing, when you're getting those set rush times at a set time, that's going to help control the rest and digest, because we know we have times to go, and we know we have times to slow down. It's the fight or flight response that we want to be able to set at specific times, and we want to create safeguards to help us focus on the situation in hand and make the good choices. We know that some of that fight or flight can be healthy. It can help speed up our reaction times. It can help us make faster decisions, help us feel alive. But we don't want to get over stimulated, and we don't want to be dependent on those dopamine rushes. So our focus, of course, with our team is, with our naturopaths to look at the nutritional side. But as a chiropractor, we're looking at your nervous system, looking at how your brain and body connects, and why are you needing those dopamine rushes perhaps so often. So when we work with the nervous system, we're working with that parasympathetic nervous system as well, the one that puts a brake pedal, the one that helps relax the body. And when we relax that body, we're able to sleep better, we're able to digest better, we're able to think clearer. So our goal is to find and remove those subluxations, to remove that stress, and that helps our bodies deal with that dopamine rush and helps us get through those dopamine detoxes. So stay tuned with us. We have so many amazing talks coming up about your digestive system and cravings, how to deal with stress and fears. So stay tuned with us. Share these talks with others. We love to help you and we love to connect with you.